BroncoTV.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
And I'm Jathan.
And we're here to welcome you to BroncoTV Social Distance Edition.
It's obvious that there has been a lot of changes, but our staff is still pushing through these challenges to provide the best learning experience possible.
Mrs. Moore and the rest of the administrative team are busy coming up with a plan to ensure that students and staff can come back on campus safely.
I think one of the biggest challenges is just that things are always changing. The guidance that we're given by the state is changing regularly, and so we have to make sure that we're adjusting to that, and then also making sure that our students and staff feel safe. So when they come back on campus, they come to the front of the school, they get their temperature scanned, they answer some questions about their symptoms or any possibility of symptoms or contact with anyone, and then they use their student ID to scan in on an iPad. And then that's how we know that students are present on campus. Our custodians are working to just make sure that all of the classrooms are set up to be socially distanced.
Teachers share the same mixed feelings as many students and parents about virtual learning.
I have some students that are thriving, but I have a lot of other students that are really struggling. And then, a big group in the middle that's making the best of it. And I've been really proud of them for continuing to engage, even in a situation that's been really hard. Academically, there's a lot of stuff that I can still do with students online, but I also know that there's some of them that are in situations where they can't really focus on school at home, and that coming back to school, might help them. There's so many times when I'm grading a student's writing and I'm like, oh, if I could have just seen this while they were doing it. Normally we would have been working on this in the classroom and I would have walked behind them and gone, oh, no, fix that right now, and so everything is really delayed.
Mr. Becker has hope that we will come back on campus soon.
The immediate reason why we can't go back on campus right now is because the state has set guidelines of when we can open for middle and high schools. Presently, the state of California has said that middle and high schools cannot come back in-person learning until we have been in the red tier for 5 days. So my biggest message to families and students is to stay hopeful that this is all temporary. It's my belief and my hope that by Q4, at least in this school year, that we'll have kids on an AB schedule back in person learning. I imagine what this looks like around here when full of students, and I can't wait for that day. I know that teachers can't wait for that, and I really know that students can't wait for that either.
What are you doing?
Just getting some reference pics. I'm having a mural of my face put on the quad.
What?
Mirror Club is one of the many clubs at RBHS. Mirror Club, along with the Fight Against Hunger Club, are staying active, helping our community in different ways.
The Mural Arts Club has collaborated to make many artworks on campus, and this club has started a new painting in the gym with many more to come.
Currently, because of COVID, we're not able to have all the members come on to work on the murals on campus, so we've been having the Zooms about once a month where we do bonding activities. Sometimes we do Bob Ross painting tutorials, and every once in a while some of the officers come on campus. Our latest mural has been the one in the gym where we're painting a few quotes about Rancho Bernardo on the walls. My favorite project has definitely been the student services door that we did for Miss Bowers. You don't have to be like a super skilled artist in order to join, because a lot of people that's kind of what turns them off. They think, I wouldn't be able to paint these awesome things. But it really doesn't take a lot of skill. And it's just kind of like following directions and filling in things, and a kind of way to just bond with the people around you and have fun.
Gina Lee and the Fight Against Hunger Club has some new and upcoming events and has provided a safe and clean experience during the pandemic.
Yeah, so we have our big food packing event coming up on the 27th, and we usually hold these every other year just because it takes so much time to raise the funds and the resources and the planning, but somehow we got around to it, and we're going to be packaging around more than 37,000 meals and distributing those internationally and locally. And people can sign up by following our Instagram. We have the link down in the bio to sign up, or you could just reach out to us. All of our events have been socially distanced, and there has been a limited amount of people out at each event. And our food packing event, of course, will follow all COVID safety regulation guidelines. Not having adequate nutrition is such a big problem in this world. And just knowing that I'm doing something to combat that, I think that's my favorite part of being part of this club. Please feel free to join, reach out to us. We're really friendly. We're really a tight-knit group. If you're passionate about fighting hunger locally or globally, you should definitely sign up, and definitely sign up for our upcoming food packing event.
Hey Jathan, did you know that it's Black History Month?
Oh yeah, it's a great opportunity for all of us to reflect on diversity in our campus.
February is Black History Month to highlight and honor important African Americans who had a significant impact in our history. The Black Student Union Club is doing this by sharing some impactful figures and their culture with our community.
It's the first club that's actually focused on Black lives and what it means to our culture overall. People should perceive this club as a positive thing. We focus on educating others and overall just our Black culture.
Not only does this club educate others, it also allows students to connect with one another.
It provides an outlet for those students who are African American to be around other students of like backgrounds. It also provides, I think, an atmosphere where other people are also welcome.
Every day on our BSU Instagram, we are posting a Black historic figure that has made an impact. We are also coming up with a video of our team members in BSU, just talking about what BSU has made an impact and what we have learned in it, just to hopefully open up people's perspectives on wanting to learn more and join next year.
BSU is not just a club, it's a community that strives to make an impact. It means a lot to students and teachers.
There's that physical warm feeling that I get from seeing students take something and start to shape it, especially on their own. But clubs in general should be student run. So I get a lot of gratification out of seeing them build this club.
Hey Kylie, think fast.
Hey!
Well, maybe you're not destined to be a star athlete, but some other Broncos are.
With the reopening of sports in place, our Broncos have been working hard at practice in hopes to compete soon.
In the fall, we were on a holding pattern. Everything was shut down, and maybe some teams would be allowed to do some conditioning work under very strict guidelines, but now the CDPH has relaxed some of those. So we're making progress. There's hopefully a light at the end of the tunnel.
In the past, we've always had anywhere between 4 and 6 kids who could sit on a wall. Now we're permitted to have one swimmer on the wall. The other one needs to be waiting at the flags, which is about 5 yards away. So that's probably the biggest change in our sport from last year to this year, is the social distancing in the water, actually.
This year is going to be unique because it's going to be a co-ed team because of COVID. We're one of the 4 sports in the purple tier that are allowed to play. So the kids are excited to be part of it and playing, and they've come out and had hitting sessions for over a month.
Getting the kids out of their rooms for the first time in probably over a year means a lot to me, because they're trapped in their homes, they're trapped in their house, they really can't do anything. That's one of the things I was really glad for, some sport to open up, because the kids get to go out and enjoy actual communicating.
Coaches have been keeping our athletes safe by setting up strict protocols for practices.
The CIF protocol is you don't have to wear a mask once you're on the court if it bothers you or hinders your ability to play. When they're not playing, they're seated, they must be social distance, and must be wearing a mask if they're not actually on a court playing.
This year for high jump and pole vault, we have to have a 10x10 tarp on the pit, so each kid has to have their own. Whereas last year it was just run and jump and you don't have to worry about it.
We're letting our school sports happen safely by making sure we follow all of the California Department of Public Health guidelines, our CIF guidelines, and all of the school district guidelines, and also just the school in general here at Rancho Bernardo. 3 things we're always looking for is the temp checks, social distancing, and mask wearing.
Constantly reminding our student athletes that if they want to have a season, they need to follow these guidelines. And they've been good. They want to have a season. They're excited to be back.
Although there are many challenges along the way, Coaches and athletes are staying optimistic during these unusual circumstances.
I feel very confident with what we've got in place right now and what we're able to do.
This year, it's just going to be about fun. It's something new and unique, and all the coaches are looking forward.
In the end, we all want to just show up, we want to practice, we want to have fun, we want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. These kids just want to be a part of the high school. Everybody wants to see our student athletes not just start this season, but also finish this season.
Well, that's it for now, Broncos. Thank you for watching our BroncoTV Social Distance Edition. Be sure to like and subscribe.
COVID hug.
COVID hug.
I'm Jason.
And welcome to them. Hey!
Miracle Club is one of the many clubs at RBHS. Miracle Club, frick.
Oh dear. That was fun.
It's so freaking hard. Okay.
I was kind of blinking, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just...